Another day and more legal drama. Hello, my fam. Perez Hilton here, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and the #1 source for everything It Ends With Us saga. This week, I have been sharing with you the amended lawsuit from the expert in taking zero accountability, and today, just a few hours ago, at federal court in New York City, the publicist for the aspiring lawyer submitted an explosive legal filing. Leslie Sloan, the longtime rep of the Allergic to Proof actress, is requesting to be dismissed from the lawsuit. If you don't remember, in addition to suing the queen of hearsay, Baldoni is also suing her husband and Leslie Sloan, plus Leslie Sloan's company, Vision PR. Sloan asserts that she did not defame or extort Justin Baldoni, and the Wayfarer parties dragged Leslie Sloan and Vision PR into the instant litigation as a smoke and mirrors exercise to distract from their own sexual harassment and systemic retaliation. Sloan is asking to not only be dropped from the lawsuit, but she is demanding that Baldoni cover all of her legal expenses. Delulu Lively's rep says that there is no basis for accusing Sloan of planting malicious stories or launching a smear campaign. Quote, the amended complaint does not and cannot identify anything Miss Sloan did that comes anywhere close to the damning communications between Baldoni and his own publicist concerning an explicit campaign to destroy and bury the woman employee who accused him of sexual harassment. It should be noted that Leslie Sloan does not have the same lawyer as the unliftable Blake Lively. But it seems apparent to me, it is my understanding and belief, that the sexy and yummy actress's attorneys are in direct communication and most likely consulting with her publicist's lawyer. In her motion to dismiss, Leslie Sloan pointed to a text exchange between Baldoni and his publicist, Jen Abel, where Abel last year wrote that she wanted to, quote, plant pieces this week of how horrible Blake is to work with. Sloan alleges that she did not become involved in this saga until a few days after Abel's alleged message, when she, Leslie, denied claims about Blake being a problem on the It Ends With Us set that was brought to her by the Daily Mail. A reporter was working on that story of her being a problem and taking control and a diva, blah, 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 blah. Sloan told the Daily Mail journalist, quote, that is 1,000% untrue and your info is totally off. We know this because in his amended lawsuit, Justin Baldoni included that text exchange, which he somehow got between the Daily Mail reporter and Leslie Sloan. Pinocchio's publicist also added to the Daily Mail reporter, the whole cast doesn't like Justin, nothing to do with Blake. And I'm telling you, she's a liar, meaning his rep. They are panicking as the whole cast hates him. The whole cast hates him? That's a strong claim. And her lawyers have a response for that. The attorney for Leslie Sloan says that what she told that reporter was just her opinion. And an opinion can't be something that you're sued for defamation over. Interesting approach. I would think if I'm a reporter and a publicist is telling me something that's fact, the way she phrased it, she didn't say, I think, she didn't say, I believe, she didn't say, I understand. She literally said, the whole cast doesn't like Justin. The whole cast hates him. Those two sound like declarative statements to me, not opinions. And they really tried to roast Baldoni in this motion to dismiss. The lawyer for Leslie Sloan says, Justin Baldoni has spent years profiting off the feminist and Me Too movements, peddling books, podcasts, TED Talks, and more using slogans about believing survivors, ending victim blaming, and promoting informed consent. His conduct in this dispute is therefore sheer hypocrisy, beginning with his egregious sexual harassment of multiple employees and continuing with his ongoing campaign to discredit and blame his victims and punish anyone who speaks out against him. Did he write this one too? Sloane's rep also doubles down and says not only was that her opinion and therefore can't be part of a defamation suit, but the whole cast does hate Justin Baldoni. She says the claim was true and that Baldoni has admitted as much. In his complaint, Justin alleged that Lively had succeeded in getting the cast to shun him on social media by unfollowing his accounts. The Daily Mail went ahead and instead of focusing on Blake Lively, they ran a story about how Baldoni had been borderline abusive towards some of the women on set. Baldoni accuses Leslie Sloan of having, quote, planted false and defamatory information about Baldoni to distract from Lively's numerous missteps. However, in her motion to dismiss, Leslie Sloan's lawyer argues that all that Leslie did was respond to a story that had been planted by Baldoni's team. Baldoni's suit also quotes a message from a Daily Mail reporter to a Baldoni publicist in December, in which the reporter states, now she's saying Blake was sexually assaulted. Baldoni's team argues this is proof that Sloan was escalating a false narrative against Justin. However, Sloan's attorneys argue that the reporter was referring to Lively's civil rights complaint and not to anything that Sloan had said. In the motion to dismiss, the publicist for the hair care professional and Woody Allen apologist says that Justin Baldoni repeatedly crossed professional boundaries and engaged in bizarre and abusive practices on set. And since I already told you that Leslie Sloan is lumped together with these two in the lawsuit, that's not only alleging defamation, it's also alleging extortion. Of the extortion claim, Leslie's attorney says, quote, the Wayfarer parties accuse Miss Sloan and Vision PR of extortion, but do not and cannot identify where or how the alleged extortion occurred, and how Miss Sloan or Vision PR received anything of value because of that extortion. All right, that is a very strong claim. And this may be the dumbest thing I've read in the motion to dismiss. A lawyer for Leslie Sloan argues the statement Blake was sexually assaulted likewise amounts to inactionable opinion, given the context in which it was made. That does not sound like opinion to me, even after having read her complaint, which is what Leslie Sloan's attorney argues. It was opinion based on the complaint. The CRD complaint, California Civil Rights Department complaint in mid-December 20th. All right, thoughts on this all? It's a lot to take in. Let's discuss in the comment section.